Dinner for shoes, please.
Hi, welcome to an episode of Dinner for Shoes. Sorry that we have been quite delayed in releasing a new episode, but I hope you enjoyed all of my reels. I'm like getting ramped up for a fashion week, but it is not only fashion week. And we need to talk about Hispanic Heritage Month, which is from September 15th to October 15th. And in honor of that, we are going to do an episode on Latinx owned businesses and brands, of course. And I have never done that yet. So I have so many favorites. And we talked to Stephany of Sensi Studio, who is our special guest for today's episode. I'm super excited because I've always been a very big fan of Sensi Studio. If you are a vacation person, if you love resort wear, you too probably are familiar with the brand Sensi Studio. Stephany has built her brand into so much more than what it started as, which was kind of just like a Panama hat, like accessory brand. She's now built it up into ready to wear. She's very natural about the way that she approaches her business. It was such a pleasure talking to her. She lives in Ecuador and she celebrates, as I asked, she says she celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month all the time. She lives in Ecuador. The culture is always all around her. So it was really great to talk to her, and I'm so glad that she was our special guest for this episode. Let's talk a little bit about the outfit behind the shoes. I'm really excited to talk about this shoe brand. First of all, this is like a friggin' slipper. It is, flats are all the rage right now. I think we all know that for the past few seasons. Flats have like, there's been a return to ballerina flats, but this is like the flat 2.0, like this slipper flat that you just always want to wear. Like, I will sometimes put the shoe on my plate and then I'll be like, oh, I don't really want to put that back on because it seems complicated. Like this, I want to put back on. It is so comfortable. This little Mary Jane style elastic strap keeps your foot in place, but it also just adds like dimension to your look. I personally, as someone who is shorter with athletic legs, I like more of like a chunkier style shoe. And for me, this helps achieve that. I think that obviously like this burgundy color is so hot right now. And you also see I'm wearing it in my dress and my ring. This is just like an old vintage statement ring. I have no idea where it came from. It might be from like my dad's brother's ex-wife, but I have it and I love it. And it kind of like goes with that purpley deep red tone. So I added that to match the shoe. These shoes are by a brand called Flabelus, and the founder is Beatriz de los Mozos, and they are a Spanish shoe brand. Actually, what I really love being a writer is that all of the shoes are inspired by different literature characters, which I find to be super unique. And they are very well known for their espadrilles and just their Venetian slippers, which this is one of them. And just so that you know a little bit about the reasoning behind the name Flabelus, the name Flabelus comes from the first syllables of the names of De Los Mozos and her two favorite people, Flammy and Lou. So she's naming her brand after people she loves, which obviously I love, and that's like, special and close to the heart. The name just represents like her idea of friendship and reminds her that she's never alone, which is so sweet. All of the shoes are handmade in Spain by women specifically using traditional techniques. So we love that. And they also use organic recycled materials too, including recycled rubber from bicycle wheels to preserve resources for future generations. So I really love that about this Spanish brand. And I am now going to put this shoe back on because, oh my God. And so I recently got this ribbed dress. It's from ASOS. It's just like a little ribbed red tank dress. And I was supposed to wear it for one of my fashion week looks and it just like didn't work out. So I am happy that I could repurpose it. This belt, though, I am excited to wear like all the time. It's this super cool, wide, cream, streets ahead boho belt. It gives me Isabel Marant vibes. I just really, really love it. I'm really liking like a boho look right now. I think there's like a return to boho fall. I don't know if anyone else is with me, but I'm all about it. So that is the outfit behind the shoes. Before you go ahead and take a look at my interview with Stephany and learn a bit about Sensi Studios, we are going to also talk about the food that I got today, which we'll be enjoying at the end of the episode, is from La Isla. And so there used to be 2 La Isla locations in Hoboken, and I had only eaten at the one that was uptown, which is more of like the dine-in. But everyone had always said to me, like, oh, how have you never ordered from the downtown location? It is so good. Like, you are so missing out. It's the original. So the inspiration for La Isla in Hoboken is Havana meets Miami. They're one of like the oldest Hoboken restaurants and establishments. They are very popular and they make incredible food. The vibe in there is like classic small diner style restaurant, which I love. They have like counter seating in the downtown location. And that was all kind of like what was in common with the restaurants in Little Havana in Miami, which is where the inspiration comes from. The decor highlights like the eclectic and lively Cuban culture inside too, so it's really cute. They always have like music playing in the background. The restaurant itself, La Isla, was actually established in 1970. It has been owned and operated since 1996 by a traditional Cuban family who has lived in Hoboken for 3 generations. The family is committed to serving traditional, authentic Cuban food made from the freshest and most genuine ingredients, which is why we wanted to try today, and what we are going to try are some of the specials. So more on that later when I whip out the food. First, I want you to check out my interview with Stephany from Sensi Studios, and then we're going to talk about some of my other favorite Latinx-owned fashion brands that I shop all the time and I'm obsessed with. I decided that I have to limit myself to 10, just so you all know, because I get very overwhelmed because there are so many that I love. So I wanted to just start with my favorite 10 right off the bat, but there are so many more that I love, and hopefully we'll just do another episode and another roundup on them again soon. But anyway, go ahead and enjoy my interview with Stephany.
Started Sensi Studio 12 years ago. I had just finished working for Thomas Meyer, who was the creative director for Bottega Veneta during that time. And I had such a wonderful experience learning and working alongside him. I moved back to Ecuador for personal reasons because my husband started a new business here. It was a great place to start a family. We were kind of at that point in our lives. But, I came here and I was just really bored, not doing anything after studying so much and working, a lot. And I was like, no, I have to start something right away. I can't just, be still at all.
Yeah.
And I started traveling around Ecuador, especially in the Andes area. There's all these little towns where there are communities of artisans. I just loved how they made the Panama hats. Panama hats, they're from Ecuador and they're completely hand woven. It's like such a lengthy process. And I thought this is kind of like haute couture. It's like it takes millions of hours to sew a dress with all these embellishments. It's really the same thing. It's just like artisanal. It's a different product.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is like a magical stellar product. It's made sustainably. It's made by a lot of women. They're always weaving together and talking to their family members. So it's just nice,
Yeah.
And I said, why not put my design experience into a product like this and develop a collection from there? And that's, I think, what I did.
Yeah. So it really did become kind of like what you imagined it would become. And have some of those first products become like your best sellers consistently through the years, or kind of like what have been the best sellers and how have you attempted to recreate them with every new collection?
Right. Well, we had a special bag some years ago that was the frayed polka dot bag. It was hand painted. It had color blocking with frayed straw. It was really cute. And Pippa Middleton wore it to her honeymoon, and she was photographed everywhere, Vogue and all these magazines and paparazzi.
Yeah.
And I was the bag was on Net-a-Porter. She probably bought it from them. We were already pretty well distributed, but it wasn't a famous brand. And I was just so impressed, and we sold that for 3 years, that basket, like crazy. Then I had to take it out of the collection because you don't want something to be saturating all the stores, and then you kind of see it too much. So we took it out of the collection.
Absolutely.
And then lately, I have it here because I'm going to wear it later. It's a pouch made from sisal. It's an Andean teller. it's just really fun and unexpected, like a very rustic material, but it's like completely handmade and made into this like modern shape. Worked really well. So I think those two would be like our bestsellers.
I love that. And I love how you're mixing prints with it. I feel like that that geometric print is just so perfect for mixing with like kind of any black and white or relatively neutral
Yeah.
print in your wardrobe. So it's
Or
very
even a color.
Yeah.
Like kind of break.
To like
Yeah.
break up the color. Yes, completely.
Yeah. Very
So throughout all of the years that you've been in the industry and even before you started Sensi Studio, what do you think has been your biggest like learning and takeaway, and how have you kind of taken that with you to motivate you?
What I've learned, I think, for my work is to always move forward and look like beyond, okay, what you did 3 years ago is probably not going to work now. I try also not to look too much at other similar products like mine or other brands, because I feel like you can get like influenced or following too much a trend. I think I don't like follow anyone that makes similar product to Sensi Studio, because I really want it to be original, and I just focus on, getting inspired by art or a cool song or an artist. I don't know, like just completely different things. That, and always staying true to your values of your brand, the design. That has to be, you have to stay current, but keep that.
Yeah.
That's like the tricky part, but I think that's, the most important thing.
Yeah. And that is, I feel like that's not something that a lot of people say when they talk about like their biggest takeaway. And it's so smart. It's like the best way to stay original is to think within and don't look at like the brands that are making competitive, in a sense, products, which I feel like so many people, it's like dangerous because it's very easy to do that, right?
Yeah, and I mean, for, my kind of product, it's made by artisans in Colombia or Peru or Ecuador. They kind of have the same technique of weaving, so you really have to focus on having it look really special and unique, and that your taste, comes through.
Absolutely.
What you want to say, what you want to, propose as a aesthetic.
Yeah.
So I think that's very important. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know you're wearing that incredible clutch bag today, but do you have
Sensi Studio blazer too?
Full out. So do you have any pieces in your wardrobe that you feel like are the longest withstanding pieces? Like maybe you made them a few years ago, but you're still wearing them to this day.
I have a big collection of my ready to wear from Sensi Studio here. As I told you, Guayaquil is like always really warm, and we do a lot of like pool days, and we have the beach really close. So I really have like so many cover-ups and robes and caftans that I use not only during summer, just like all the time. I have this strapless, cute little dress that you can style it just so many ways. You can belt it with heels, you can wear it with flats. I think it's a like a flowy, just strapless black dress that I wear in millions of ways. I always throw it in the suitcase wherever I go, because you can just it's just really versatile.
I love that. Yeah. I mean, like a caftan is so timeless that it just has to be like one of those bestsellers. So do you have any like items that you're really excited about that you feel like maybe bestsellers coming up this year, or maybe like a teaser for an item that you're really excited about that's coming soon?
Yeah. I mean, we just launched Spring Summer 25. It's just like in the showroom now. We did a series of little caftans in solid and print that have like a lot of seashell embellishments in the shoulders. And then we made really cool spins on classic baskets we used to make, but with like a new fringe or new colors. And I think those are going to be doing really well. I know I'm going to see it in like the really cool special stores that usually pick up the most like strong pieces that we do.
Yeah. I think that that's great too, because it's like a return to the classics. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
I try to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
When I feel like it's going to work.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any compliments or any like memorable notes that like a shopper maybe sent to you that kind of keeps you motivated, or just like, I think that's probably something that like a designer loves, is when they get the best compliment, they see someone wearing their clothes. So do you have any memorable moments like that?
You know what I love? I love when I'm on vacation and when I travel to find people wearing my pieces. I get super excited.
Yeah.
And I usually see some European women wearing a basket or a hat, and like I sometimes have, the bravery to say, hi, I'm the designer of that bag. And I don't want to brag, but they always tell me like, oh, I get compliments so much. I love it. I've worn it like three summers. So yeah, I always like to see happy clients.
I love that.
That's for sure.
I love that. Now, breaking into the apparel space, like, what was that like for you? Was it nerve-wracking? What was kind of your favorite part of all of that?
Well, we launched ready to wear, I think like 4 years ago, maybe 5. We started with really like traditional embroidered pieces that you would imagine, a brand from South America doing. Then we've been doing also print. I would say no. I thought it was like a natural step forward for us to do, cover ups, and just I wanted to get to a point that I could make everything you need for the beach, know. So no, not nervous. I was, happy to propose something that was aligned with our accessories. So I like to shop for like a complete look usually.
Mm-hmm.
I like to be proposed the whole thing so that I have, my look ready,
right,
and I don't have to think about it. So I think that's like a really, it was just an automatic step forward for us.
Yeah.
Ready to wear.
Completely. And in that vein, do you have any like bucket list items or maybe like collaborations that you're dreaming of, or even collaborations you've done in the past that you're really proud of?
We did one with Mira Mikati. Mm-hmm. She's an amazing designer. I don't know if you've heard from her.
I'm familiar.
And we did a really, really cute capsule collection of like surf inspired baskets. That was the most fun because she's so colorful and fun and, just like joyful, larger than life personality. I really enjoyed collaborating with her. They can call me if they hear you. I want to collaborate with someone who does sunglasses. Yeah. I think we need to do some sunglasses for Sensi Studio. But I would love to start off with a collaboration, so I can learn.
Yep. I love that. I love that a lot. And I know before you mentioned Pippa Middleton, which is obviously a huge one, but like J-Lo has worn your brand, Chrissy Teigen, and there are more. Like, what was kind of the most exciting celebrity dressing that you got, and how did those affect you, I guess?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, for me, like a pinch me moment was Bella had the simple crochet hat that we've done forever, and she wore it during her whole vacation. Again, super photographed. So that was really good for us. And I was really, really happy because I really love Bella.
Yeah.
She's like, so I don't know. I just love her style. She's like sweet, but super sexy, smart. I love her. That was really, really like an incredible moment. And we just had Madonna wear one of her hats during her birthday.
Yeah.
She looked amazing. She had like a really cool sort of spin on a cowboy hat. That was, pinch me moment with Madonna wearing her hat. I try to not be too happy and excited and like feeling like I've accomplished a lot, because I always try to say, we have to keep striving for like growth and improvement. So I try to not be full of myself ever.
I think that's a great perspective.
I think it's really important. Just I'm thankful and I'm very proud of the work we do as with my team and with myself. But I try to just, not let it influence me much in my work ethic or the drive to keep doing more.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's great. Like the more people who know about your brand, the more respected it is, the better. But like, it doesn't matter who it is. It's still your brand at the heart. So I think that's a really good perspective to have.
Yeah.
And then just finally, I just want to spread the love for Hispanic Heritage Month and talk about if you love any other Latinx brands that you maybe wear in your own wardrobe, or even just if you want to talk about some ways that you celebrate the month and at the brand or personally.
2 brands I really, really love. I love Paula Mendoza, and she's a friend. Mm-hmm. I love her jewelry. She just did sunglasses too, which are really cool. I bought one for myself. I admire her a lot. I think she has great style, and I really admire Joanna Ortiz. I think she's done such an amazing job with her brand. I also have a few of her pieces. I love how she's like really stayed true to her aesthetic, but she's always like fresh and new with her collections. I love that.
Yeah.
Heritage, there's no heritage month here. We're in Latin America, so we celebrate it every day.
Yeah. I love that.
I love living in Ecuador. I like to travel around Ecuador a lot. It's a beautiful country. It's very small, but we have Galapagos Islands, we have the Andes, we have amazing beaches, food.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's every day.
It's on my bucket list. Seriously. I've been wanting to come.
Yes.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed my interview with Stephany. She was such a pleasure to talk to and to have on the podcast. I feel like I'm learning so much about the way different designers operate. I really liked what she said about trying not to like look so hard at other brands that do similar design work to her, because then she gets into the whole comparison mode. And I feel like with all the other people that we've had on the podcast, not a lot of other designers have said that. And I thought that that was really interesting. And that probably stood out to me most from my conversation with her. She founded Sensi Studio in 2010. And as I mentioned before, I mean, since then, you just heard it. She's had incredible dressings, Bella Hadid, Madonna. It's been unreal. J-Lo, some of the most famous people in the world have been spotted wearing her clothing and accessories. But she did expand into ready to wear pretty successfully. And her Panama hats and her woven bags kind of set the stage. And now she has become this, huge resort wear brand. So as you know, all of her clothing and her accessories are made by skilled artisans in Ecuador. And what sets them apart is just their focus on sustainable craftsmanship. And they are known for their bohemian luxe aesthetic. I'm going to go into some of my other favorite Latinx-owned brands. The first of which is someone that you might be familiar with if you are a follower of the podcast, Flor de Maria. Flor worked on a giveaway with us, and I believe I've talked about her brand as well in other episodes. She is a Peruvian designer, and she's known for like bold statement-making shoes. A lot of celebrities love her shoes, so you've probably seen them in them without even knowing that you're seeing them in them. But she has a lot of embellishments in her work, and the shoes are like very high fashion. They're all made in Italy. She basically has like a very loyal following of influencers and celebrities that are consistently like turning to her statement making shoes on the red carpet. So that's really great. Joanna Ortiz is actually a designer that Stephany mentioned as one of her favorites. And it's funny because Joanna Ortiz does do some similar resort inspired pieces to Sensi Studio. I have also loved Joanna Ortiz for a really long time. Joanna Ortiz is a Colombian designer. She's celebrated for her luxe, feminine designs. They're definitely bold and they're definitely like tropical leaning. You'll notice like a lot of like bold prints and really voluminous silhouettes. So kind of like really shapely resort wear. It's just glamorous when you're on vacation in the best way. Cubano, that is a very popular bag brand, so I'm sure you've heard of it before. They are probably one of the most popular brands on this list. This brand was founded by Carla Gallardo and Shilpa Shah. They are known for their fewer, better philosophy, which basically means that they're going to create timeless, minimalist pieces that will be able to live in your wardrobe and go with so many of your looks throughout the years and for all trends to come. So that's what's so great about them. Their shapes, they use quality leather. Their shapes are standout and gorgeous. The colors are gorgeous. They just will not go out of style. So that's what's so special about them. And they do have a commitment to sustainable production as well that they're super upfront about. You can read more about that on their website. And they do have like a modern edge to their look also. I think that their branding is really smart. So definitely check them out if you haven't. I feel like a lot of people love Cubano for like their bigger tote bags, their like pack it all in leather bags. So it's a great brand. Farm Rio. I was actually going to wear a Farm Rio look today. I decided against it because it's a little summer leaning. But Farm Rio is like is the most vibrant brand on this list. It's so eclectic, so cool. It was founded by Katia Barros and Marcello Bastos. They are vibrant, they are playful, they are inspired by the rich culture and natural beauty of Brazil. What makes them unique is their celebration of like the joyful and tropical aesthetic. They have like birds and like really cool like palm trees. Like I have this skirt, it has like beads all over it and palm trees and birds, and it's perfect for vacation. And their use of materials and their quality is so real. Like you wouldn't ever dream that you could wash some of these like beaded pieces, and you can. And they make the most playful resort wear probably I have ever witnessed. But then they also have like a mix of more minimalist pieces in there. So you can do some really cool mixing and matching on their site as well. Farm Rio's awesome. They've also done a lot of collaborations in the past. So definitely check them out as well. La Veste. La Veste is for the retro folk. Anyone who loves retro, like really cool multicolored collars, checker print, use of crochet should check out La Veste. It was founded by Spanish stylist Blanca Miro and designer Maria de la Orden. And they definitely stand out for their eclecticism in all of their design work. Their pieces are really unique. While there's a modern approach to styling, the pieces themselves feel super retro. So you can, for example, pick up this really retro La Veste vest or something or top, and then go on their Instagram and see all the cool ways that the brand is styling it with more modern contemporary pieces. Santos by Monica is a brand that has gotten very popular for both its footwear and its bags. It was founded by Monica Santos Gill. Their footwear has this like contemporary edge to it, as do their bags. The shapes are super cool, super colorful. I would say like more poppy than Cuyana's, for example, but you will like, I really like the triangle shaped shoulder bag. But they just are very architectural leaning, and they got very popular with the fashion community in recent years. They are definitely like, if you invest in one of the accessories, you will feel like it is special and you'll want to hold on to it in your wardrobe forever. And like, it doesn't really go out of style, because I think that really cool eclectic pieces like that just don't go out of style. They are just that cool that they kind of transcend any trend that comes up, right? Patbo. Patbo, I'm actually about to go to the fashion show for Patbo soon in the coming days. Patbo's been one of my faves for a long time. I've worn many pieces by Patbo, and they always end up being my favorite. They describe themselves as beach to ballroom, which I just love because it describes them perfectly. They have this like tropical leaning twist on elegant evening wear that no other brand can pull off. And they also have swimwear that almost mimics their evening wear. Their brand is just swimwear into like, it's your ultimate vacation wardrobe when you are on a glamorous yacht. I don't know, like it is swimwear with like you might have seen, they have really cool cutouts in like pretty much all of their designs, but you might have seen their like puff sleeve swimwear. They'll have like a mallet with like really cool cutouts on the side and just like a seashell in the middle. A lot of use of crochet, really bold colors. It's so fun. That's why I love going to the fashion show, but just seeing Patbo's like new collection each season, you'll know like what use of fringe they're gonna go for, what use of embellishments. It was founded by Patricia Bonaldi, and they are known for their insane hand embroidery. I mean, their craftsmanship is just really unique and special. It is a brand that instantly stands out in the fashion community. If any celebrity was like wearing Patbo on the red carpet, for example, you would be able to easily pick it out. Frida Salvador. I have a pair of Frida Salvador boots that I love very much. They are very cool. And again, I don't think they'll ever go out of style. They are like a cool little Western cowboy boot situation, dark brown leather, like will go with everything forever. They were founded by Megan Pepe and Christina Palomo Nelson. They work with artisans in Spain and El Salvador, and they have like a minimalist yet edgy fashion forward aesthetic. Their footwear is super cool. They are just one of those contemporary priced footwear brands that people go back to time and time again. I specifically love their boots, but they have so many other cool shoes. They're known for their like braided leather flats that are so awesome. Their sandals are so great. The embellishments on their shoes are cool. They do cool like checkered designs. So they are both fun and functional and just like modern. So it's perfect. Finally, Simonette. Simonette is founded by Venezuelan designer Simonette Pereira, and they are known for more avant-garde. I would definitely say that if you go to their Instagram, for example, you will see how their pieces are really unique. They use a lot of unexpected textures and shapes, really cool cutouts in unexpected places, playful architectural designs. So definitely, they're the type of website that you want to go on when you need something really special and really unique and you want to stand out at the party. That's what I would say. Although I also had a pair of leather pants by Simonette that I loved. They were just like olive and really chic butter soft leather. So don't knock their more, sophisticated muted pieces either. Definitely check them out. You can do some cool mix and matching with Simonette. Now, I'm gonna go get our food from La Isla so you can see what we got. We got both the Friday special, which was chicken, and we also got a Cuban sandwich, which they are very well known for. I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and I am so excited to try this. Kit's really excited to try it too. I really wish I got what happened on camera just now, but I was like setting up my plate, and I have like the Asado chicken here, I have the Cuban here, and then I have like my rice and beans in the center. And I'm like putting it all out, and all of a sudden like I hear like someone coming. I'm like, Kit's coming. She like jumps up and she's in a cone right now, which like we should talk about. But she's in a cone, and I guess she tried to jump up and the cone like come here baby, hit the side of the counter and she just went right back down. So are you okay? She's a real tough kid. She can handle her shit, right? To quote Taylor. You want to come eat? I'm most excited to try the Cuban sandwich. I have to dive into the Cuban sandwich. It looks so friggin' good. Oh my God. Okay. Oh yeah. Wow. You wanna come check this out? Hmm? You wanna come check this out? That is so good. There's something about the garlic mojo sauce on it that just makes it delish and gives it like a little bit of a tang. There are also pickles on it, so I think that that also helps with the tang. That always tastes good to me with like any kind of meat. Oh yeah. Hello, welcome to our Latinx-Owned Brands episode. Finally, you woke up. I know everybody else first. Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay, well, that's great. I'm also a big chicken fan, so I definitely want to try the chicken, and I want to try it with the rice and beans. Trish, do you want to try the chicken? Trish normally doesn't like eat chicken, just like regular meat, but let's see. We can give her a little bit. The chicken is so tender. I cannot believe I've been sleeping on La Isla's downtown location. Like, what is wrong with me? All right, babe, you can have like a little bit, but you're not gonna like it. Here, right here. Come here, right here. I don't know why she can't see. We really need to get her eyes checked. Still have not done that, by the way. Kit, here, babe. Here, right here. Kit has a lot of trouble eating with her cone on. She like will scoop up whatever it is she's trying to eat, and then like it just all gets in the cone, and then I have to clean out the cone after every time that she eats. Here, see, you just try right there. Kit just loves bread. Kit loves like all the unexpected things that cats are not supposed to like. See, you like the chicken. Oh, see, she took it into her cone and she left. But then it fell out of the cone and she doesn't even know it fell out. She scoops it up into the cone and she leaves. And then when it's cat food and it's all mushy, I'm the one who has to clean it up. She's like, where did that go? Where'd that go? I'm surprised you like the so yeah, I know you came back for more. Why don't you try to eat it over here instead of scooping it up? Just eat it. There you go. Good girl. Okay. You guys gonna all right, whoa. All right, we might need to leave. Because Kit's getting aggressive. All right, take a little bit of the chicken. Oh no, no, Kit. All right, we're gonna go. hope you enjoyed our Latinx-owned businesses and brands. I think that business, Kit will single-handedly keep La Isla in business, clearly. Tell your friends about Dinner for Shoes. Hope to see you again next time. Bye.